For this problem, today I'm not going to teach new material, it's just some review questions and some questions that may show up in the midterm next week. You know that next coming Tuesday, we're going to have another short midterm. We may have one of these questions similar to the question here. So here we want to draw shear and moment diagrams. Shear moment. So shear versus x, moment versus x. We already explained this. When we have loading, we're going to derive some internal shear and moment axial load. So I want to draw it. So what should I do? You start from either left or right, choose the reference, then cut it, and then make FED. You choose the system, make it FED, write equation, solve, verify, and then you find internal load. So before I do that, I first take the entire thing as system to find external reactions. So if I do that, if I take this thing as my system first, then I draw FED. You're going to get, let's say this one is A, and this one is B. dy, I don't write dx because I have nothing in the x direction. Ay, and because this distributed load is an external load to the chosen system, you see, we're not cutting it somewhere in between. It's completely external to the chosen system. So I can replace it with single load. Where should I put it? The centroid of distributed load. Right? So that point load is equal to 3K times 4, which is 12K, and it's going to act exactly in the middle because it's uniform. The centroid is exactly in the middle. So from here to here is 2 meters. Right? So I want to find A and B, AY and BY. Well, I know I write two equations, summation of force in y and then summation of moment about either A or B. But look, before I do that, this is completely symmetric. What should I expect here if this is 12K? 6K, 6K. Now if you do the equation, you exactly come up with the same conclusion. So let's put a load here. Let's use a different color now, just to clarify. So here, 6K, and then 6K here. Now I can go ahead and cut it and do internal loading analysis. Now I choose my X, starting from left. It's optional, you can choose the X on the right, but the final curve should be exactly the same, regardless of if you take it from left or right. And then I cut it somewhere between. You see? Take this as X. How many intervals should I consider? We're not talking about that anymore. You see, I have a distributed load. How many intervals should I do in order to draw a diagram?
1.
just one, yeah, from here to here. You don't need to say from here to the middle and then from here to the end, because nothing is going to change between. You see, you have a uniform load that goes all the way from left to right. You don't have extra load here. You don't have extra couple movements here. Right? So just one input. So now, if I cut that and draw my FPV of system 2, that was system 1. I will get this drawing. So you cut it from here, and you're going to get a distributed load, which is equal to, the top is 3 kN/meter, and from left, from here to here is x, but we took it from the left, right? And then you have a 6K right here, and then here, you're going to get V at point X, bending moment at point X, and the actual load at point X. That's exactly what I get when I cut it at X. Look, you still have a portion of this load, which is equal to 3K times X, that one, and the rest of it. Now, just to make sure that you understood this, I want to draw also the system number 2, the one on the right. So the one on the right becomes similar to this drawing. So here you just have opposite of whatever you have here, mx, nx, and then we go up positive. And then you're going to have the rest of this distributed load. Again, take 3 kN/meter. But what is this length from here to here? Or the dry length minus x. And then here you have another 6K. That's exactly your 2. When you cut it, you have 2 options, left or right. So which one should I choose? I will choose the one on the left. Because I have to multiply here by x, here you have to multiply by 4 minus x. Now, another practice, when you go home, choose the one on the right and do the analysis from scratch and draw your curve. They must be exactly the same. Otherwise, you're not doing it right. That's a good practice. So, choosing this one, I want to find mx, nx, vx. So that's my system. That's my system. How many equations do I have for this system? 2-dimensional. How many equations do we have for a 2-dimensional system? 3, right? How many equations do we have for a 3-dimensional system? 6, right? So 3 equations here. How many unknowns do I have?
2.
1. It's a 2.
3. I didn't see the moment.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Right? 3 unknowns, 3 equations. Can I solve it? Yes. If you have to do that. If you don't do that, then you start taking your calculator out. One of the ways that I can recognize the students didn't practice at home is when I give things like that, they immediately take their calculator out and they start punching the number in. Before that, you have to have some sort of a strategy. Can you solve it or not? If you can, you have to change the system. Otherwise, you get trapped. You just say, well, let's go to the next question. I can't do it. It's so much frustration. So here, I have to write 3 equations. What are my 3 equations here? Summation of portion x0, summation of portion y0, summation of point any point 0. This will give me an x, and nothing in the x is 0. I knew that. That's because of this. We have nothing in the x. Now we go to y. We get negative bx. It goes down. You see, positive. Y is upward positive. X is right positive. So that's going to be negative bx. This is not in x. This is a moment. And then the force coming from that. What is the force coming from that distributed load? Now look, this part of distributed load, we're not talking about that. This part of distributed load now is completely external to our system. We're not cutting it between. So can I replace it with a point load? Yes or no? Yes, because it's completely external to our system here. You see that? So what would be the point load corresponding to that? The area under the rectangle, which is the height 3K times the base. So the area of that is 3K times X. And where is the point of action? The centroid. So it's right here. So this distance from here to here is X over 2. And here to here is also X over 2. That's it. So now I want to incorporate that into Y equation. What should I write? What should I add here? Thank you. Email please one. Negative 3K times X. Right? Now you go to this guy. Should I include it in the Y direction? Yes, because it's a force, it's not a coupled moment. Coupled moment goes added to the moment equation, right? So yes, I add plus 6K is equal to 0. Don't solve it. You remember we said system FED equations. First write all the equation and then solve it. Right? So I go ahead and write moment equation. What would be my substrate here, the reference point? Point X. If you choose X, you're going to get rid of Dx and Nx immediately. Right? So if I choose that, then I put sub here, I put summation of moment of what? So X is 0. Then what I get is the sum from this, moment from Dx, 0. Moment from 0. And then plus Mx, because this is also a coupled moment, right? When you add it to system, plus Mx. Now you go and add a moment of this single load. What should I add? Plus 3K, 3Kx, this is the value of the force, right? 3K times X, times moment arm. You move it here, so moment arm is from here to here. Times X over 2. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Right? And then, am I done? And then you have here, you have a 6K. So it's just 6K times positive or negative? Am I finished? Yes, there is nothing else. Yeah, so they say summation of moments is equal to 0. So that's it. Now you solve for unknowns. Then you definitely find Nx is 0. In fact, this is not what we care here. We care about shear force and moment. You see, that's the thing I want to draw here. Right? So I just solve this equation for Vx, and I get Vx is equal to 6K negative 3K times X. Yeah, you take this to the right, 6K negative 3K times X. And for that moment, you get the second order equation. Mx is equal to 6K times X negative 3K over 2 X squared. Mx is 6K times X negative 3K over 2 X squared. That's it. Now in the exam, if you find this equation and the signs are correct, and then it happens you don't have enough time to draw it, well, I accept it, as long as the sign, everything is perfect. Right? Now, let's say you have extra time and you want to draw it. How many points do I need to draw this curve? It's a line. 2. Right? For a line, you need 2 information, either a start point, end point, or 1 point and a slope. You need 2 information. How many points you want for this curve? 3. Right? So let's draw this line What do I get at x0? So let's mark here, let's say this is positive 6k. And what do I get when I put x is equal to the very end, 4k? What do I get? Put here x4. 3 times 4, negative 12, plus 6, negative 6. It is easy, that's the reason I say we should double check, because it's very easy to mess up. Just with a single calculation, if you have one of this number, it's going to add up to the next result, next result, next result, it's going to be the entire calculation. So the next one will be somewhere here. So if I draw here at 6k, I'm going to get somewhere here. So if I draw these 2 points, then I get a line. So here is positive, here is negative. You can show it like that. Especially that's good for me when I grade it. I see which one will up and down, positive, negative. Right? Now let's draw the moment equation. What's the value of moment at x0? 0. So I have a point here. What's the value of moment at x is equal to 4? Put 4 there. What do you get?
0.
Yeah, that's 24. And then this 16 divided by 2, 8. 24, 24 negative 24, 0. So you're going to get another 0 here. But look, don't say, well, I use my 2 points, now I connect them together. No, this is another line, unfortunately. This is a parabolic. Always look at this order. Right? Second order. So you need one more information. Well, let's choose a point here between. At the exact middle, what is my x? 2. So put 2 there. See what you get. So this is going to be 12k, and that's going to be 4 divided by 2 minus 6k is going to be positive 6k. So in the middle, you're going to have somewhere which is not 0, right? Is positive 6k. Now connect this dot together. Should I connect it like that? No. Why? Because look at the equation. The equation is parabolic, right? I'm pretty sure you had previously you spent significant amount of time to just know how to draw this curve, right? Without using a computer. So that information comes handy here. So here you connect it by parabolic curve. And it's all positive. Now, as an engineer, when you look at this, if you want to design based on bending moment, what is my critical point for design?
When derivative equals 0.
Exactly at the middle. I get the maximum. You see, if you design for shear, what's the critical point? Either the beginning or end. So the moment shear diagram has many applications. From basic machine design, machine components part, to larger structure designs. You always want to look at the shear moment diagram to understand what's going on with the structure. This has information that is absolutely not intuitive. You have to have this curve. So there are some software that you can just give it to the structure to the software, and it's going to follow this curve for you. But you have to go through this curve manually so you understand the logic behind it. We cannot just say just use this software from scratch from the first day. You have to know this information before you actually use the software. So now let's go to another example. Let's go to example 11.2. I want to erase that. So I just put it here. Now you have a triangular distributed load. 2 kilonewton per meter. 3 meter. And what it says, find the shear moment diagram. So 2 kilonewton per meter and 3. Find shear moment diagram. So again, I quickly go and do my analysis. External reactions. You're going to get, let's say this is point A, and this is point B. AY, I don't like X, but I have nothing in the direction, but you're going to get MA, couple moment in the Y. Right? Now if you solve for that, then you get, if you take first the entire thing as system and draw a 3D, then you get this FTD for the entire thing. Look at this distributed load. This distributed load is completely external to my system. So can I replace it with a point load? Yes or no? Yes. So the point load for that is 2 times 3 divided by 2, which is 3 kilonewtons. And it goes to the central. So I have a 3 kilonewton force that is going to the central. The centroid of that is 1/3 of this height from the base. So from here to centroid is what? Just 1 meter. 1 meter. Right? That's the load. Then I have AY in my FPD, and then I'm going to get MA. And that's pretty much all of it. Then I write the equations. Obviously, AY is equal to 3K. Who said negative? Somebody said negative 3K. You see, when you write summation of force in the y direction 0, you get positive AY, you see, goes up. And then this guy, negative 3K. 0. You take 3K to the right, so AY is positive 3K. What about MA? Summation of moment about A, which is MA plus negative 3K times 2 is equal to 0. I showed my reference point right here to get rid of AY. So you get positive MA, negative 3K times this distance. If that's 1, then that's 2. So 3K, negative 3K times 2 plus MA is equal to 0. Then MA is equal to 6 kilonewton meter.
You wrote 30.
Sorry, 6 kilonewton meter. So here, 6K. Right? I can show it right here. AY, to open up some space, 3K, MA, 6K. Now, I don't need this information anymore. I have it right here. Now, I want to draw my shear moment diagram. What should take as my reference point? Well, I take the one from the left. Again, when you go home, please try to take the one from the right and see what you get in the final curve. They must be exactly the same. If you don't practice that, later on you have right now you have some sort of bugs, I would say, like computer program bugs that you're not aware of it, but later on it will show up. So try to practice it right now before you go to the structural analysis. So if I take the one from the left, my reference, take from there and cut it from here. That's for X. And now I draw my FPD. So you're going to get things like that. MX, BX. because we have nothing x. This load, it is a distributed load because from here to here is x. Right? What is the height? I don't know. I don't know what the height here is. But if I look at the big triangle, right, the height here is h of x. The height of this triangle will change. When you move the x from left to right, this height will increase. It starts from 0 and it goes all the way to 2. So if you compare these two triangles, here is 2k, here is h of x. Here from here is what? X. You see that? The entire thing is 3. So if you say, well, this little triangle is proportional to the big triangle, what should I write? H over 2k is equal to x over 3. H over 2k is equal to x over 3. And that would give you data for h of x, this height. This height is equal to 2k divided by 3 times x. Right, from here to here. Now I have the h. Let's open up some space again. Now what is the area under that triangle? You have a little triangle right here one more time. Here the height is 2k divided by 3 times x, and the base is x. What is the area?
1/3 x squared.
Huh?
1/3 x squared.
Is 1/2 of 2k x times 3, the height times the base. This cancels out with that, so it's 1/3 of x squared. So I put it here at the centroid. So if I put it at the centroid, in fact, this is the distributed load, right? I have to put it at the centroid. The value is 1k over 3x squared, and it goes down. Now what is this distance? From here to here. It's 1/3 of x. Here from here is 2/3 of x. So this is x over 3, right? So I'm just trying to find a free body diagram of this part. Then I go to the base. What do I have? Here I have a 6k, which is goes up, and I have a, hold on,
Yeah.
this is 3k. It goes up, and then I have another, let's put it this way, 6 kN/meter, the moment. So the moment is 6k, the force is 3k. And the beam does not weight or replace the distributed load and the shear force and everything. That's my FPD, right? You gotta make your FPD before writing FPD. If I don't see FPD, I'm not sure if you understood it or not in the exam. So, I'm just ready to write my equation. Summation of forces in a y0 is equal to negative dx, negative 1k 3x squared plus 3k is equal to 0. Summation of moments about any point is 0. What should be my reference point? Point x. Right? If I look at a piece of x here, then I start doing the moment calculation. Moment of Vx is equal to 0, because it goes through the x. Then we get mx, positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive, right? And then you go to the moment of this force, which is equal to 1k over 3 x squared, force times moment on. What's my moment on?
X over 3.
X over 3. Positive or negative? Positive. And then you go to this guy. This is 3k times x, negative, and finally plus 6k. You See, this is just a constant. It doesn't depend on x. This would depend on x, but this doesn't depend on x. So it's equal to 0. So solve for, but before you solve it, let's go, well, we are almost done, but we don't do summation of force with x0. We don't have x0, right? So now let's solve for Vx. Vx is equal to negative 1k over 3x squared plus 3k. That's your Vx. And here solve for mx. You get mx is equal to 1k over 9x cubed plus 3k x minus 6k. So you take this to the right, negative 1k, 3 times 3, 9, x cubed, plus 3k times x, negative 6k. So that's your moment equation. All I want to do right now is to just plot them. But before I plot them, what relation do you see between mx and dx? Just compare these two relations. How do you see it? They have a connection together. That means that if we have one, we can generate the other. Because they have a connection. And that saves a lot of time. Why? Because, well, in order to do this, you just simply do one of them, and then with that relation you find the other one.
Is that a derivative?
Which one is it?
Dx is the derivative of mx.
I should write here. What should I write here?
Dx is
Yeah, derivative of mx with respect to x is equal to
dx.
it accidentally happened here. Take the derivative of that. Then you get 3, 9 by 3, 3. Negative 1k over 3x squared. And then the derivative of that, simply 3k. The derivative of 6k, 0. Nothing here. So this is not accidental. This is, we'll show that later. If you have moment diagram and I say, give me the shear diagram, well, in the test next week I'm going to do that. I'll give you a complicated moment diagram and I say, give me the shear diagram. All you do, take the derivative of that, one line. You don't go to the curve, do system and write forces and everything. You just take the derivative of that. Now, if I want to plot that, now let's plot it. How many points do I need to use to draw? 3 points, right? So, what do I get at 0? Let's open up some space here.
3k.
That's called shear. And that is for bending moment. Get the curve ready, and I know this is the beginning and this is the end. And I have only one interval, because everything is smooth between. Nothing is going to change. Right? So just one interval. So I want to draw a first shear. At 0, I have 3k. So here, 3k. What do I have at 3? 0. Put 3 here. This is 9 divided by 3, negative 3k plus 3k, 0. So, here, and the curve is parabolic. So when you connect it, you have to have some sort of curvature. Like that. Do not draw a line. Now I want to draw this one. Again, how many information do I need for that? 3 is for second order. 4. So what I do, I say, well, take a point here, take a point here, take a point here, take a point here. 4 points. and see if I can draw it or not. In fact, for accurate drawing, you have to utilize information from the slow tube and convexity, the way we did it in pre-calculus. Alright, so here when you put x0, what do I get? Negative 6k. So you are not put x is equal to 3, what do you put x is equal to 3? That's 27 divided by 9. 3, negative 3, negative 6, negative 9. Then x is 3 times 3, 9, 0. Is it 0? Double check please. I get 0. So I have something here. Then you go ahead and find more points, and then you connect these points together. For example, you get a point here, you put a point here, you put a point here, and then you connect them. And this is 0. Now you can show it like this positive. This is like old school, very old school. Before computers were invented. Now go to the next example. This example is opportunity for the meter waiver. Last class I was very happy with the result of meter waiver because all can get one, you got one. Greg, you got one meter waiver. Excellent one-line solution. I was so impressed. And there were two more here, Matt, and I think you got one too.
Yeah, there was one from the other week.
Yeah, I already posted the grades. So that's very good that you collaborate in the class. Good for you, right? Because one of the things is we have some students that they don't listen in class, which is fine, but they work at home. So when they go home, all the night they're up and practicing. I know some students, they do that. That's totally fine. The end result is important. It doesn't matter if you really learn it in class or at home. When I give you a question, if you can solve it, that means you completely understood. Right? When I give a random, not something that is predetermined, like a study guide, for example. If I give you a random question and solve it, that's a very good sign. So now I want to give you an opportunity for another meter waiver. Quickly, because I want to cover all these curves here quickly by the end of the day. There you go. Exactly in the middle. Now, if you already got a meter waiver, that's going to be your second meter waiver because you may have maybe 3 or 4 meters. So here your structure is pinned at point A and it's over roller at point B, and you only have one 3 kilonewton coupled moment. There is no force in the end, right? This distance is 1. Take this 1 meter. Take this also 1 meter. Now the question is draw shear moment diagram. So I want to see 2 diagrams, and you have 2 minutes only. But we don't have, so I want to solve more examples. After 2 minutes, if you are done, let me know. If you're not, then don't let me know. B, M. See, everything is ready now? 46, 846, 43, let's say 3. What's the, is it, which one is the complete school? That's usually, if you follow the intuition, right? That's usually our fault. You say, well, there is no force in the Y, so the shear will, but you remember for the step system, if you do that, then you see that, you're gonna get some force in the Y direction, even though there is no force in the Y direction, that coupled moment is going to generate some sort of reaction in the Y direction, in the supports. So that's the reason I say always stick to the 5 steps. System, FPD, equations, so all right, I'll go ahead and solve it. Did you get it? Just close.
Can we have like 1 more minute?
One more minute, 40 seconds. Look guys, I want some people to attend the midterm next week. I just don't want everybody to have a midterm ready. Okay, that's for shear. Looks good. Now go ahead do the moment. Hopefully. Good job. Are you ready? Yeah, hold it up. Yeah. Just keep it up. I can remove it. I can remove it, okay? Because today is optional, I don't ask like write your name down because I said it's optional. Not quite well, you're getting close. You see you have some sort of change in the middle. So you have 2 intervals. From 0 to middle, from middle to middle.
That's
I'm not sure. But she should change because we have something in the middle.
yeah.
Well, I go solve it myself. Okay. Share a moment, please. Okay. Now, let me solve. I know that some people are not very close. This is going to probably grab a constant shear here, constant shear here. So that's called my life. Yes? Usually the first attempt is we all do it wrong. So if you can't do it the first try, that means all you need is more practice. That's the way it is. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, now I want to go ahead. Should I do it or not?
Not yet.
More time? Okay. But no, I mean, if I give more time, again, we're going to get many more waivers.
Force here, this will be designated force going down here.
Yeah.
So
That's the force from that is only upward.
yeah, so if the force do this movement, so that comes this right here, we get this.
Because this comes from a general reaction. We'll see. Let me write it down. Then that reaction will change the game. No, not quite right. Not quite right. This is going to have a discontinuity there. No, no. Let's see. Let's see the more problem. Yeah, we will see. Let me solve it. Let me solve it. So far, did you draw the moment?
Do the movement diagram, right?
I mean, the moment diagram. Okay. Okay.
Probably 1 over X
Okay. Yeah.
curve somehow.
Okay, good. Thank you. Let's go ahead and solve it and see what we can get here. Again, first thing is reactions. So if I take the entire thing system, my opinion would look like 3K. Then you're going to get dy and ay. Then this distance is 1, 1. So first equation, ay plus dy, 0. The second equation is, if you write moment about this way, then you get 3K. Should you multiply by moment arm? Yes or no? This is already component, right? So you have negative 3K. We respect that. Nothing from that, because this is your reference point. And then the moment come from that is ay times 1. Positive or negative? With respect to this point. Ay times 1. Negative. You see that? Is equal to 0. This is all equation I have. The equation in the x is known. 0 is equal to 0. Can I solve it? How many equations do I have? Two equations, 2 unknown. First I'll solve that. Ay is equal to negative 3K. And don't forget, this sign is very important here. Especially when you draw the diagram. A little mistake can just completely change the shape of the diagram. So if you take to the right, ay is equal to negative 3K. Put it here. By is equal to negative ay, which is negative 3K is positive 3K. So let's write it here. This is in fact, you're going to get a 3K dy positive ay. You're going to get a force 3K this way, negative. So that's your distribution of load. Now I want to draw shear moment diagram, right? So what I do, I just take my reference from there and I call it somewhere between 0 and 1. How many intervals should I have? 2. Because the thing will change because of this non-uniformity, you see, we had some students, they draw just a straight line or things like that, and I saw we had more than 2 or 3. Because they did not consider these things, where the force here will change, you probably have a discontinuity in the shear diagram. So you have to consider 2 separate intervals, from here to here, and from here to the end, right? So let's first consider x between 0 and 1. So that's your x. Now I want to, this is my system. I want to draw my FED. What do I get? That's my system. I know this length is x. There's going to be mx this way. dx going down. And unlike the previous example, we don't have a distributed load. So there is nothing up here. If we had a distributed load, all you do is simply just add it to the FED. And then 3K this way. That's a complete FED for my system. Now I go ahead, right? Summation of moment over this point is 0, which is mx, positive. This is 0 moment here. And then plus 3k times x is equal to 0. Summation of forces in the y direction is 0, so you get negative 3k, negative dx, so it's equal to 0. So V, the shear load, is equal to negative 3k, and the moment is equal to the solid negative 3k times x. So let's go over the curve. I know that I'm going to get 2 separate intervals for both shear and moment. Now, first let's work on shear. What should I draw? How many information do I need? Just 1, right? Negative 3. And it's all constant from here to here. Negative 3k. What about moment? You see, going back to the previous technique, see the technique here, the derivative of, what's the derivative of moment? Here. It's amazingly, it works. So now I want to draw negative 3k times x. How many information do I need? 2. Beginning, end. The beginning moment is equal to 0. At point 1, moment is equal to? So put 1 there, you get negative 3k. Now I go ahead and do the same thing from here to here. If I do that, my FED, now the system is back. I cut it, I continue this x to somewhere here. So this is my system. That is my system. And now I want to draw FED. 3K here. 3K here. X. M of x. Dx. Dx M of x, no axial load. 3K, positive 3K, and that's all. That's all I have. Right? So, the first thing I do, equation, summation of forces, y, 0. What do I get? Negative, start from here. See that? Negative 3k plus 3k. Negative dx. This is moment, not force. Don't add it. It's equal to 0. What do you get for dx? I shouldn't solve it, but it should, you should first write all the equation and then solve it. Then summation of moment at any point go to 0. What point should I take? X. And that's the point X. That's the solve of Vx. What do I get? Moment from Vx? 0. Moment from Mx is simply the coupled moment. Mx, positive or negative? Positive. Right? Positive. Now the next thing is 3K. So the force is 3K. What's the moment arm from here to here? So you say 3K, the force times moment arm. Moment arm is from the reference point to the point that is force acting on, which is from here to here, which is x minus 1. 3K times x minus 1, positive or negative? Negative, thank you. So you got rid of that. And finally, what's your right for that?
X times.
The moment coming from here with respect to that point. What is that? Moment is equal to force times moment arm. Force is 3K. What is the moment arm? X. So 3K times? Positive or negative? Is equal to 0. So what do I get? Expand that, then you get negative 3K times x plus 3K plus 3K times x. And then the magic happens here. This negative 3K cancels out positive 3K. Then you have a pure positive 3K, which you take it to the right. Then your moment is equal to negative 3K. That means this negative 3 kilonewton times meter. I didn't write that. It's not kilonewton, it's kilonewton times meter, that's the moment. Right? So, I want to draw it. So here, what's your right? For shear. You see, when it's 0, you don't see the dash lines. Right? What about the moment? I'll just continue. This line is already negative 3. It goes all the way. That's your shear moment diagram. And it's going to make sense. Excuse me. It kind of makes sense because if you just consider from here to here, this part is not, it's just free in space, except you have the moment, constant moment all the way. You see, you should just consider that part. The moment is constant. So you got 2 negative 3. All right, so let's solve one more example. This one, I'm going to solve it myself. It's similar from your book. We did okay. One. Then just simply in. Okay. 4 kilonewton, 2 kilonewton, and this length is 1 meter. The question is find shear and moment diagrams. moment. Well, what should I do?
External loop.
Well, before we start, he said, well, I'm going to do that, I'm going to find external reaction, I'm going to call it, and things like that. And then you come up with the, before you actually do that, you say, well, in the step that I need to replace with a single lobe, where is the cross section, where is the centroid for trapezoid? I know the centroid for rectangle, and I know it for triangle. But where is the centroid for the trapezoid? Then you will get confused, right? What should I do?
You just take it as two separate.
Exactly the way we did it in vector statics. If you don't have access to the complicated formula for trapezoid center and things like that, just cut it in half. Because in fact, this force is nothing but the superposition of just a pure rectangular load like that, and one triangular. Before I continue, was it helpful today with the rain coming to the class in July? Was it helpful? I can feel it. Many of you guys now you completely following what I'm doing. That's good. So you can decompose that into triangle and rectangle. Okay? And what we do, we just simply replace each area in its own centroid. For example, centroid of this is right here. Center of this road is right here. Right? So let's do it very quickly. So you're gonna get a y, and I will call it here. This is point A, y, b, dy. So you write ay plus dy is equal to this one, which is 4k minus 2k. Don't forget, this height, someone said a mistake here, usual typical mistake here, they think that this is 4k, the area of triangle, 4k times the base divided by 2. But the height is 4k minus 2k, so this is 2k. Don't forget that. So 2k times 1 divided by 2, 1k up, which is down. And then the area of that is equal to 2k times 1. Maybe 2k is equal to 0. That's just simply summation of forces for this peak system in the y direction 0. Expand to that equation. Dy plus ay minus 2k times 1 divided by 2, 1k. Subtracted by the area of under rectangle, which is 2k times 1, 0. And now moment equation. Summation of moment of any point, 0. What point should I take? So it doesn't really matter because each one, you eliminate just one unknown, right? I'll take A. Let's take B. But this is just already 1/3 of the height. I don't say 2/3. So if I take B, then I get 2k times, this is going to be a point load. The value is 2k times 1 divided by 2, 1k. And this distance is 1/3 of base, which is 1/3. And this load is going to be 2k. And its location from here is simply 0.5. So for that, the moment expansion, you write 1k times 1/3 positive 2k times 0.5 negative ay times 1 is equal to 0. Solve that for ay, you get ay is equal to, and then put it here, you get 0. Ay, is it to 10 or 15? Today is 9:15, less? 9:10?
It's 9:15.
9:15. Yeah. So here, you take this to right, then you say 1/3 plus 2 times 1.33K. Please double check my result. When you put it there, you say, hey, what, this is 3K minus that. So By is 1.67. Okay. So let's write it here. AY 1.33K for this force. Now I go ahead and draw my diagrams. In fact, all I need is the equation. When you have the equation, you can just simply do it to the computer, you calculate it, right? I cut it somewhere here, and I take x from the left, and then I draw the FVD for that. So this is the close-up. You already have AY, which is 1.33K up right here. And then you're going to get the triangle and a rectangle. But don't forget, what is from here to here?
X.
Your x. Don't forget that. Then you're going to get mx here. Dx goes down on the left system. I don't put axial load. All you need to put is the load corresponding to these two. Now, because these two distributed loads are completely external to my system, to this cut system, not the overall system, right? Then I can replace them with the point load. The point load coming from this rectangular part is at location of the central of itself. And this one is right here. What's the value of this load? Well, what's the value of the area under this? Well, here is 2K,
2x.
right? And this base is x. So it's 2K times x. And acting at, what's this distance? From this point to that? X over 2, or 1/2 of x. Now let's go to the triangle. If you go to the triangle, well, this is h of x. You have to draw some sort of proportion, right? So let me draw this big triangle. The end, you have 2K, right? At the total length of 1. Then if you have something here which is x, what is your hx? Then you write hx over 2k is equal to x over 1. So hx is simply 2k times x. Don't forget the k. Right? So the area of that, this point load, is the height, which is 2k times x, times the base, which is x, divided by 2. So it's 1k x squared. Right? And the location is x over 3. 1/3 of x. Now, I want to find shear and moment diagram. What should I do? Well, I do a trick. I find my moment relation, and then I take the derivative and say, here is the shear relation. Right? So I just do it one. Right? Summation of moment about point x 0. To find moment equation. Then you get mx positive is 0. Then you go to this guy and say the force is equal to 1k x squared, moment arm is x over 3, positive. Then you go to this guy, 2k, x is the force times half of x, positive. And then finally you come to this, negative 1.33k times x is equal to 0. So that's the moment relation. Mx is equal to negative 1k over 3 x cubed negative 1 k x squared plus 1.33 kx. That's my moment relation. Now what is my shear relation? V is equal to the derivative of mx with respect to x, because I saw it in the previous example. So that's going to be negative 1k x squared negative 2k x plus 1.33k. That's it. Shear and moment relation. Now you can plot it with your calculator.
What about that 2K on here?
That's going to be included. That's a good example. Good question. He said, what about this 2k? You talking about that?
Yeah.
Well, this is a part of this will be do that was already included in the area calculation. All right.